for a polynomial. I think that that is a pretty straightforward problem, and I think that that's fair. The difference quotient. You did that in 1324, right? That was in 1324, the class before this. And you've seen it here. What? No, it wasn't? Oh, it was 1324. Well, I mean, I showed it in my class. So I think number one, you've seen that now twice in two different courses. I think that that would be almost like a good problem to have because you've done it so many times. So let's say number one is a good one. So difference quotient. All right. And then I'm wondering if this is coming out on camera. I doubt it. I'll send a copy of this out, okay? I'll email y'all a copy of this. So number one is good. How about these limits? Okay, on the limit ones, I would say something like part B, where you have to do a little bit of factoring and canceling. Okay, and nothing more than that. Same with this one right here. You have to do a little factoring and canceling. So number two, parts B and C. All right, we won't do a piecewise. All right, we won't do a piecewise function. How about this one where I give you a graph and we talk about the limits from the left and right? Do y'all feel comfortable with those, or you want to avoid those? I mean, think about like level of difficulty for you. Do you think this is like really hard, or is this would be good to see? Come on, give me some response. If not, huh? Let's vote. How many of you think you would like to see a problem like this? That you understand this and you'd like to see it? Okay. How many of you feel like you don't want to see this? That's about 50-50. Okay. So let's prepare to see it. Just if we're going to prepare for the final, it looks like a 50-50 question on this one. I'm going to put number 4 underline. Okay. Derivatives. How about finding derivatives? Yes. Let's look at the ones on the back. I think number 7 is an absolute easy problem right there. I give you a real nice polynomial and you find the equation of the tangent line. So you take its derivative. Can you take derivative of that? Yes? Then you use that y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. That's pretty straightforward. I think 6 is good. I think 7 is also, 7 is good, and 8, because 8, that's where you just rewrite these as all powers of x, and then use your power rule. So I think 7 and 8 are good. We're not going to do 6. Yeah, because I turned it over and I saw 8 pretty much does what 6 was going to do. So let's go with 8. Okay, now a couple of applications. A company finds its cost function is this. Find the marginal cost function. What's that mean? Take the derivative. Find the marginal cost when 64 units are produced. What do you do there? Plug 64 into the derivative. You want that, don't you? 10. Total cost in dollars of producing X e-readers is this linear function. Determine the average cost function. How do you find the average cost function? Careful. The average cost function is where you take the cost function and divide it by x, which creates a new function. And then the marginal average, let's put number 10 on here. You need to know that. If you don't know that, you need to know. Once you go back and look in your notes and look in your homework and you see that problem, it's not a hard problem. You just need to know what the words mean, okay? Average cost function, you divide this by x, divide this by x. Then the marginal average cost means you take the derivative of that new function. Marginal average cost. All right, let's look at all these derivatives. Whoa. Skip this. I'll pick some problems from here. Look, there's quotient rule here. There's product rule, there's chain rule, right? Another product. Some of these are kind of messy. But I think when I send this out to you and you're reviewing for the final, I would just practice these, right? I mean, there's no harm in it. Basically 11 through 20 is just, you need to go back and make sure you can do some product rule, some quotient rule, and some chain rule, all right? And I'll keep those within the scope of what I've asked you to do in class or on a test at home, all right? So that's how we'll kind of summarize 11 through 20, product, quotient, chain. All right. Oh my goodness. What's number 21 asking? Okay, so what do they want you to do there? They give you the value of the vehicle, which is an exponential function. They ask you to find the rate of change of its value after 3 years. They just want you to take the derivative of this and then do what? Plug in 3. I think 21's good. 22, nah. 21's good, 22. Let's see how we're doing on time here. I don't really think I want to ask second derivatives and third derivatives. Implicit differentiation. Okay, yes. I would say practice. Okay, practice 26 through 28. Well, I'll probably only give you one implicit differentiation problem. All right, so make sure you look at those. Let's keep going. This is not saying that the final would be this long, right? Do you understand that? Okay. Sketch the graph. I'm not going to ask you to sketch a graph. Find the absolute maximum and minimum values of a function on a closed interval. Yes. 31 for sure. Blah, 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 blah. I think 31 and 32 they're the same problem, okay? Just one of them is a word problem, the other one's not. This says, find the maximum and minimum value of a function. Remember how we did that? You'll have to go back in your notes to see, and then this one is saying a copier repair company finds that copiers that are X years old require on average blah, blah, blah repairs annually. Find the year that requires the least repairs. They're trying to find the minimum of this function, right? This is asking for both the max and the minimum of that function. This one is just asking for the minimum of this function. So those are the same concept. One of them is a word problem, one of them is not. I don't think I'm going to do this type of problem, okay? I gave you all that on a test. It was rough. Okay, 34. 35, 36. All of these you were tested on before. Do these look familiar? Cell phones, blah, blah. How many cell phones should we choose to maximize profit? Trying to find the maximum. This one, that was the one where you have price increases and decreases. You're trying to figure something out that will generate maximum revenue. 36 is pretty much the same as 35. So I'd say all those need to be reviewed. And then we start getting to integration, antiderivatives. It's not focusing very well there. 37, 39. Those are pretty straightforward antiderivatives. Those are both power rules. You just need to know the power rule. Sorry. $44. Give a company has a marginal cost function. There it is. The marginal cost function means that's the derivative of the cost function. And then it asks you to find the actual cost function. We did one of these in class. So that 44 is definitely good. These things, I don't know. I mean, maybe like number 46. We're almost there, almost to the end. A lot of this we're not going to do. So, do y'all remember average value of a function? We covered that also. There was one day where I came in here, I said, we're going to talk about two things. One of them was, I can't remember the first, but the other one was the average value. So number 52 and 53. And that's it. That and then the problem that I gave you today. All right? Which was the probability density function. How does that seem to you? I mean, you've got a full week and a half to prepare for this. We're talking about what I've circled here is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. This is like 21. If I count every problem, it's like 21 problems. So, yeah. All right, I will make a copy of this. I'll post it. I'll put it on Canvas. I'll probably send it as an email with an attachment. If anybody wants to take a picture of it on with their phones right now, because I'm not going to be able to get you that email till later on this afternoon. So if anyone wants to make a copy of this now or take a picture now, they can. Y'all have a good day. I'll see you on Thursday. I'll be in here on Thursday to answer any questions or go over any problems. All right? Yeah, feel free to